everyone, it's Shannon and welcome to today's video. So today's video, we're going to be talking about some Sephora collection items. The Sephora, I guess, their makeup brand, their in-house makeup brand, because the Sephora sale is starting later this week. So it is starting on Friday, October 27th. And I'm going to be doing a video. I'm not sure if it's going to go before. I think it's going to go after this video. But talking about my plans for the Sephora sale, which, we'll talk about that in that video. But I did want to talk about the Sephora collection because I have picked up quite a few items from the Sephora collection. And honestly, this is the best time to do it because the Sephora collection, no matter if you are a VIB, Rouge, or you have never shopped Sephora before, it's 30%. Everything from the Sephora collection is 30%. So it's a great time to purchase some of the items. And there are some really great items. There's some items that are kind of hit or miss. I'm pretty much wearing mostly Sephora right now. And I did some video of me getting ready and I'll talk about the items. So let's get into the Sephora collection and which items I recommend. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about pretty much just makeup items today. They do have some really great skincare that, at really great prices. So if you're interested in skincare, definitely check out. I've tried some things and I like it, but I also have other things that I like more. So I don't use their skincare that often, but they do have some really great stuff at great prices. But so I'm just going to be talking about makeup today. And first thing is I'm going to be talking about something that I just tried. I got this as a sample. I'm not sure if it was like 100 points or if it was just a free sample, but it is the Smooth and Blur Primer. And I gotta tell you, this is a fantastic primer. This reminds me a lot of the Smashbox. And it's kind of got a tint to it. You can see here, it's kind of got a tint to it, but it disappears on your skin, but it really is a blurring primer. So it fills in the pores and it really does, just blur. It does kind of have that silicone feel, but I am really impressed. I think I'm going to be picking this up because it feels great. I used it today under the foundation, which I'll talk about in a second. So this is $16 and it has a lot of good reviews. I don't know how long it's been out, but it's $16. So for 30% off, I'm definitely picking this up. I think this is a fantastic primer. Okay, next up, we're going to be talking about the concealer. So this, both the concealer and the foundation is the best skin ever. They do have a couple. These are the newest ones. I picked this up last Sephora sale. I've used it a couple times and it is a really good concealer. Is this my favorite? No, not even close. But it is a really good, solid concealer. This is, again, the Sephora Best Skin Ever. And I am in the shade 11.5P. And this is a really good concealer. It is, I would say, full coverage. I would say it's full coverage. Do I get creasing? Yes, but I'm 47, so I get creasing with every concealer, but it does last. I have worn it quite a few times. I am wearing it today. And again, this is only $15. So with the sale, it's probably going to be about $11.50. Again, that's like drugstore price, really good, solid concealer, and definitely worth picking up. And with that, we're going to talk about the Best Skin Ever foundation. This I picked up again with the last sale. I am in the shade 20N. I would say it's not the best match for me, but I definitely make it work. And there really wasn't, I think the downside for this, I have gone in store and tried it, and this is the best shade that I found for myself. When I first put it on, it's like, I don't know if that's gonna work. And then when I blend it out, it does work. It is a medium coverage foundation is what I would say, but it's really good. It's long lasting. Now it's 84 ounces. So it's a little smaller than a typical foundation. Typical foundations are 1 fluid ounce, but really good. And now this is $20. With the Sephora sale, it's going to be $14. Again, this is a great foundation. Again, if you're looking for an affordable foundation, or maybe you're used to drugstore, And this is, I would say this is it high end? Am I going to compare this to my Charlotte Tilbury? No, but I definitely like this more than most drugstore foundations. So I think it's a really beautiful foundation. It's long lasting, works well, really works well with this primer. So I will say that I've been filming for a couple hours. So I will say it does work well with the primer as well. And also with the concealer. So I think they're great. So during the sale, this is only going to be $14. And I would say it's worth, if you're looking for a foundation and something that's a little bit more affordable, this is one worth checking out. Okay, so next up is something that I am not wearing today, and I'm also not sure if this is being discontinued. So, and if it is, I'm going to be very sad. That if you've watched my channel at any time, or you watch me from my old channel, you will know that I loved the Dior Air Flash, the Dior Air Flash, the Airbrush foundation. I still have a couple bottles that I use. It's fantastic. I use it on my wedding day. I've used that for stuff for years, but they have since discontinued it. So Sephora had kind of their version of it. They only have 5 shades. I do have 2 shades that I picked up at the last sale. And is it as good as the Dior Air Flash? No. But is it a good alternative when I use up the rest of my Air Flash? Absolutely. It is a good foundation. Now I have 2 shades. I have medium and light. Again, it only comes in 5 shades, and the other shades are like fair and fawn. So they only go up to like medium. So this is the medium shade. And let me see, I can just kind of spray it here. So this one's pretty dark, but you blend it out. And how I wear it is I don't wear this as a foundation only by itself. I wear it like I did the Air Flash, where I would wear it on top of a foundation on places where I kind of need like extra coverage, or where I see I'm probably more light. The medium is when I have like a spray tan, but it works really well, and it works for how I use it. I don't use it as a full face foundation. I never use the Air Flash like that. I use it as I put a foundation, and then I kind of go in, spray this, take a sponge, and kind of pat it around. Really works well if you're going to be in humidity, sweating, stuff like that. It makes your makeup last. So really like this. Now this is normally $20. I picked this up at the last sale, picked them up at $14 a piece. Still a great price because the Air Flash was like $68. However, they're on sale right now as I'm recording this for $8. All of them. So I don't know if they're being discontinued, which scares me. And if they're $8 when the sale starts, then they're going to be 30% off of $8. I don't know. So I'm wondering if maybe they'll go back to full price and then they'll go down. But a lot of times they don't. So I don't know what the price will be on Friday when the sale starts. But right now, as I'm recording this, they're $8, which leads me to think that they might be being discontinued, which will make me very, very sad. But we'll see. But I do recommend this if you like the Air Flash. I'm going to be doing a video comparing some. I have the Luminous, I have the Era. So I have a couple ones that I'm going to be trying out, comparing it to the Air Flash. This is definitely up there. And for $8 now, great. And even at $14, the 30% off the regular price, I still think is a great price. It's a good foundation, and it can definitely, if you have, like, you're going to be in humidity, or you need your makeup to last all day, using this, kind of touching up in certain areas, will really make your makeup last. Okay, so next up we're going to talk about the liquid eyeshadows. Now these I think are okay. These are in the okay category. However, if you ever wanted to try a liquid eyeshadow, I think these are worth picking up. Now these are normally $12. However, again, right now, they're $6. So again, this leads me to think that they might be being discontinued. And if they're $6 when the sale starts and they're also another 30% off, I will probably be picking up a few more. I don't think I'll be picking up any more at the $12 just because I have to, and I have so much, and I really don't use liquid eyeshadow that much. However, I am wearing it today. I am wearing, this is Positive, and then the other one I have is Energy. So here's some video of me putting on Positive. And then this is video of me putting on Energy. So now one is like a metallic, one is a shimmer. And then today, right now, I am wearing Positive all over the eye with Energy just kind of in the middle, or in the inner corner. But I've worn these. I think they're great. I think they're a solid. So if you want to like play around with liquid eyeshadow, I think these are a really good one to pick up. Are they my favorite liquid eyeshadow? No, but I also am not a huge fan of liquid eyeshadow. I like cream eyeshadow more than I like liquid eyeshadow, but I think these are really good. And again, if they're $6 during the sale and they're another 30% off, then I think they're going to be what, like $4.20. So yeah, then you probably want to, I will probably pick up a couple, but I think they're being discontinued. But hopefully if they are being discontinued, maybe they're coming out with a better formula. Now this next item I personally do not have, but I've heard amazing things. And again, this is something that's currently 50% off. So I don't know if it's being discontinued, but it is the Sephora Colorful Shadow and Liner Pencil. I've heard great things about them. They're normally $14. Right now, they're all $7. So again, if they're $7, when the sale starts and they're another 30%, they're going to be like $4.90. So that means it's worth picking up. But I was going to pick up, even at full price with the 30%, I was going to pick up 1 or 2 shades because Jen Phelps is one person that talks about these a lot and says they're really, really good. So I like these thick like eyeshadows where you can also use them as a liner. I like using them as a liner, especially on the lower lash line. I like those. So I will probably be picking up a couple of shades. And especially if they're at that, $5 price, I will be picking up. Again, I don't know if they're being discontinued, so hopefully you don't fall in love with a product that ends up being discontinued. But hopefully if they're being discontinued, maybe they're just coming out with a better formula. And talking about products that were discontinued or I guess reformulated, earlier this year and just before the last Sephora sale, they reformulated the blushes. So this was the Sephora Colorful Blush. They changed the packaging. So here is the current packaging. I picked up one of them. They changed them right before, and then I got the one. I loved it. I ended up ordering 4 more, and then I've since gotten 2 more. So I have a total of 7 of these blushes, and they are really good. One of the also things I love about them is that they're compact. So they're very thin. They just pack really well. They store really well. They also have a contour shade that I want to pick up. So that's the one shade I will probably pick up during the sale. So these were they were all 50% off at one point, but what they did is they reformulated them. And I do think I don't really remember trying the other one. I'm not sure if I did, but I think these are great. The lightest shades, the only thing about these I will say is the lightest shades skip. The lightest shades have like little to no pigment. But here are the shades that I have, and here are the swatches. So from left to right, these 2 are the mattes. It is 1, Shame on You, and then number 6, Flirted Up. Those 2 are the mattes. Then we have number 16, Heated, 23, Passionate, 27, Charmed, 48, Free Spirit, and 49, Shine Bright. So here's the video. I'll post up here. Here's the video where I tested 5 of them. The 2 that I didn't have from that video were Shine Bright, which I'm wearing today, and then number 1, Shame on You. Those are the 2 that I have since added to my collection. So definitely, I think they end up being like just at $10 or maybe just below $10. Just great. So I will be picking up the contour shade during the sale because I'm curious to see it's like a true like gray ashy contour shade. So and I think these are great. These are really, and I think they're underrated. I think the only thing is just skip the light shades. Skip the really light shades because they're just too light. There's no pigment. But of the 7 that I have, I think they're all great. Okay, next up are these lip pencils. So these are the Retractable Rouge Gel Lip Liners. They're normally $13. These are fantastic. I picked up one during the last sale, and I'm definitely going to pick up more. So I do love that it's retractable. They're very creamy. This shade is very unique. So you can see how just it goes on so smooth. This shade is 29 Dressed to the 90s, and it's described as a matte purple brown. I mean, that's just completely unique, but I do really like it. It goes with pretty much everything because it is kind of more of a neutral color. So I can wear this with a lot, but I love that it's retractable. It goes on really well. It lasts really well. So, $13 again, with 30% off, they're going to be, I guess it's just going to be around $9 or just over $9. So, I will probably be picking up at least 1 or 2 more shades, even though I absolutely do not need any more lip liners. Okay, next up I'm going to be talking about their new liquid lipstick. So it is called the Soft Matte and Easy Liquid Lipstick. These came out earlier this year. I think they came out after the last Sephora sale. They're normally $15, so they're kind of small. I like that because they're perfect in a purse, but these are not like your typical liquid lipstick. So I'm wearing number 1, which is called Less is More, and it is described as a muted pink beige. This I believe is like the lightest shade though. There's not really like light shades, but it's very thin formula. And when I tell you, it's kind of got like a lip stain quality. And if you tried the Rare Beauty liquid lip oils, these are like that, but matte. Those are kind of very thin. So you can kind of see they're very thin. So that is number 1, which is Less is More, but you can kind of see, and then it dries down. And then you almost feel like you're not wearing anything. So and then it does leave like a little bit of a stain. I really like these. I just wish they had a little bit more variety. They don't have that many shades. This is number 1, which is a muted pink beige. And then the other shade I have is number 4, which is a mauve pink. So here is number 4. And this one is definitely a little bit brighter. But still it's really pretty. And as you can see, it's kind of thin. So when you go on, you know, you just have to like make sure you blend it out so it's not patchy, but they go on really nice. And then they're very, very comfortable. So it's a very thin formula. It's not a drying formula. They're $15. So I might go in store and see if I can try on a couple more shades. I definitely recommend, you know, I love the one shade. This one is, I like, but I don't love. I love the number 1 Less is More shade, but if you like nudes, otherwise I might go in and see if there's any more shades I really like because the formula is really comfortable. I also love just how compact they are. Okay, next up I want to talk about their matte lipstick. So this is another new formula. This is their matte velvet lipstick. This is a new formula. I don't know if, I think they had another formula and discontinued it, but this came out during the summer. I have 2 shades. So I have the shades 2 and 11. Okay, so number 2 is Too Good to Be True. It's described as a mauve rose. And then number 11 is Beyond Limits, and it's just described as a pink. Now, these 2 were sent to me in PR. And the pink it's pink. So I'm running, you know, let's see, here is the pink. So it's not my favorite just because it is really pink, but I absolutely love the formula and I can definitely make it work. But it's really, really pretty. Now, number 2, I do really like, and again, this one, is described, I think, as a mauve pink, but the formula is just amazing. So I'm going to put it on right now. Okay, so obviously I do have the other liquid lip underneath, but a couple things. This is obviously a matte lip. So if you don't like a matte lip, then you're not gonna like this. However, if you do like a matte lip, then you're gonna love this formula. I love the packaging, very thin, very compact. I love that. It just makes it easier. I hate bulky packaging. I think it's very sleek. I love the coloring, the beige, just really, really nice. The formula, it's kind of like a powder, but very comfortable, not drying. I feel like I could put a gloss on both of these, the liquid lipstick and this. I feel like I could put a gloss on it and it not, you know, ruin the look. And, but I don't feel like I need to put a gloss. I feel like it's going to last. So I love this shade. I definitely am going to probably pick up 1 or 2 more shades during the Sephora sale. These are $15, just like the liquid lips. And with being 30% off, it's going to be like $10.50 for a shade. So I'm definitely going to pick up 1 or 2 more shades of these, but, I think they're great. So again, if you like a matte lip, if you don't like a matte lip, then don't want to do this. And I'm going to try and see if I can get like a dupe for Pillow Talk. And I'm not even sure, like this one is, I don't think this is a dupe for Pillow Talk, but I think it's very close. But I want to kind of see like, cause it's definitely one that I like. So again, these are going to be $10.50. I think they're fantastic. And then finally, the last thing I'm going to talk about today is the Big by Definition mascara. Now, obviously this is a mini. I picked this one up for the 100 points. However, I did get when this first came out, Sephora did send me an entire tube that I used the whole thing. I did a short. If I can find it, I will put it here. But you know, here's some footage. I did it and I'm wearing it today. They did come out with a waterproof one. I haven't tried the waterproof one, but this one also doesn't run on me. So my favorite waterproof mascara is going to be Cali Ray. So if I need a waterproof mascara, I'm going to stick with that one because that one like does not budge. However, if I don't want to, I just want a regular mascara and a good price, this one is fantastic. It is a really good, you know, mascara. I want to say, I think it's, yeah, it's $12. So it's $12 full price. So, you know, with 30% off, it's going to be under $10. And obviously it's going to be full size, not this mini, but it's a really good mascara. And again, that's going to be cheaper than drugstore. And it's a good, solid mascara. You know, and I think it's just a really good mascara. It's the only mascara that I've tried from Sephora. I haven't tried the other ones, but, you know, but again, I think it's good. Okay, so those are some things from Sephora that I think are really good. Now, I will say some things to skip. I'm not a big fan of the eyeshadows from Sephora. I just don't think they're good. You know, they're cheap. They're like $10. They're cute. They're always good. No, I just don't like them. So I would say any of the powder eyeshadows I think are a skip. The liquid eyeshadows are pretty good, and I'm curious to try the eyeshadow sticks. But the powder eyeshadows I think are a skip. Their brushes are fantastic. They have a lot of brush sets. So that's a really good thing to pick up during the Sephora sale at 30% off. So those are, you know, things I would definitely check out. But let me know if you have tried other products from Sephora, from the Sephora collection. Let me know in the comments below, you know, what should I be trying from Sephora and what should I be picking up in the Sephora sale? I don't have any powders from them. I don't have a bronzer, but I probably won't pick up a bronzer, to be honest, unless they came out with a new one. But I don't have any powders from them. So should I pick up a powder? Is there any good powders? Oh, and then the one thing I do want to recommend, the Refresh. This is the daily brush cleaner. This is fantastic. I do use other things to clean my brush thoroughly, but if I just need to spray it and clean it off really quick, this is fantastic. I'm almost out. I will be picking this up. This is great. So this will also be on sale for 30% off. So I definitely recommend this. But that's it. So let me know what you're picking up in the Sephora sale from the Sephora collection, and let me know your recommendations below. So with that, if you like this video, click like, click and subscribe. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video. Bye everyone.